Hey everybody, Thomas from TLFC here, and today we're gonna rip some cards. So I have had the itch for a while. I went ahead and went to my local card shop and picked this up. It is a 2024 Topps Chrome MLS hobby box. In here you can get 2 Chrome autographs at the very minimum. Hopefully we don't get boned and we do get 2 autos. And there's a lot of other great hits to be had in this. So for the Chrome autographs, there's Messi, Suarez, Busquets, Alba, lots of great MLS players. There's also Chrome dual autographs in here, so you can get a Messi Busquets, you can get a Messi Suarez, which would be insane. I wouldn't know what to do if I got something like that. And then they do have the debut patch autos in here. So every player, when they go out on their debut match, has this little patch on their jersey that says debut, and they're putting that into a card with an on-card auto. So that would be incredible to hit any of those. I'd be super excited to hit any of those, but Luis Suarez debut patch auto is in this set, so that would probably be the big chase of those patch autos. There's also flashback autos in this set, so you can get some of the legendary players who have played in MLS, your Henrys, your Rooneys, your Ibrahimoviches, your Pirlos, Gerrard, Lampard, all those guys are in here, so any of those would be incredible. Would love to see one of those. And then as far as the big inserts go, there's the American ink insert, which I believe is based off the player's tattoos. And there's one of those in every 960 packs, so that would be a case hit for this. And then the other big insert will be the Let's Go insert, which is 1 in 1,182 packs. So even more rare, but without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and rip into this. Let's see if we can get something cool today. I haven't opened cards in a while, so definitely excited to get in here and see what we can get. Like I said, I just ran down and grabbed this at my local hobby shop, my local card store. And here we go, pack 1. Put the box on the ground. Wow, do we have a red in the first pack? Wow. So reds are to 5. So we have a red in our first pack. If I'm not mistaken, reds are to 5. I have my little checklist over here. Let's pull that up. Yeah, that's going to be to 5. So that could be an insane card to start it. All right. Monsif Bakrar, Leon Fletch. We'll go from the back here. Rita Zuhir. And let's see who we got. Pitch Prodigies. So I believe it's going to be a younger player. Jay Hall. Is this a 5? No, so this is a red wave, if I'm not mistaken. So the red waves are not numbered, but they are still a little bit more rare. You get one of these in every 462. So that is a really good hit. Julian Hall, rookie card. Not a bad start.
It's not great.
We'll go ahead and sleeve Julian here. We'll go ahead and give him a top loader as well. Doesn't look like anything crazy in this one. All right, Christian Espinoza, Eric Tommy. A Gareth Bale flashback, so we wouldn't mind seeing this in an auto. These do come in autos as well. We'll go ahead and put our inserts there, and then a Damian Rivera, New England Revolutions rookie card. Right. Looks like we got a refractor in there, maybe one of those 1964 inserts. So Farias, Christian Benteke. And then a Kaká 1964 insert. That's cool. So these cards are meant to look like stock from 1964. Go figure. And then the last card in here is going to be a Randall Leal. So you can see on the back it even has this old school looking print style. Definitely a good looking card. We'll put that in the insert pile. Doesn't look like anything too crazy. Ruiz, is this, what's his first name? David, okay, David Ruiz. Oh, here, first numbered hit. So I believe this is to 250. I think these are rose gold. And it is Marinos Tzionis. That's a toughie. And it is 158 to 250. Yeah, it's a rose gold refractor. So we'll go ahead and sleeve him up in a second. And then we have one of these, I forget what these are called. I guess it's the home of the brave, Matt Miazga. It's a good looking insert or parallel. And then a Patrick Schulte just got called up with the men's national team. He'll be probably riding the bench on this Nations League tour we're about to hit. All right, another rookie to 250. Not upset about that. All right, looks like we got an insert. So Hinostroza, rookie. Manuel, rookie. A Christian Benteke, red and black. So this is basically the club's moniker in the background, or black and red. Definitely a good looking card. Put that in the insert pile. And then we have a Jaquil Marshall Ruddy. All right. Try and move quick here. Doesn't look like anything too crazy in here. Lorenzo Della Valle, Emil Forsberg, a Cole Bassett. So this is going to be the Gold Wave Refractor. These are a little more common, but definitely a good looking card. And then another Cole Bassett back to back. So you can see the difference between the parallel and the base. Dang, these gold waves look cool. I mean, look how good that looks.
It's lava.
That's a good looking card. Non-numbered, these gold waves, but they're a little less rare than the red waves. The red waves are pretty rare. This gold wave is like 1 in 47 packs, so certainly much, much more common. But still a very, very good looking card. We'll go ahead and put him here. All right, moving along. See when we get our first auto. It should be, well, I guess it could be anywhere in here, right? I kind of randomly put them in there. Oh, it looks like we got our second numbered card next here. It's a purple, so that's going to be to 199. We'll do that one last. Noah Allen. And then another 1964 of Christian Benteke. Good looking cards, those are. All right, now we got a purple, which will be to 199 if I'm not mistaken. And I saw the name. It is Leo Chu. 138 to 199. Pretty solid looking card. Doesn't really flow very well with those Sounders colors, I gotta say. But good looking card. Put that here. Hopefully we get something cool in here. Hopefully we get a big hit. All right, we got a flashbacks of Kaká. Is that our second Kaká flashbacks? No, that's right. We got Gareth Bale. And then underneath that, Dennis Bouanga. And then another one of these Home of the Braves of Jesus Ferreira. Those are good looking cards. I like those. And then a Fidel Barajas. All right, we got a yellow. I'm not sure what yellow is. Maybe that's a gold. We'll go last on that. Looks like it's a Pitch Prodigies, though. It is. All right, Matthew Cronier. And this might not be a yellow. This might be the color of the card. Ooh, a Leo Messi. Awesome. I wonder if this is a variation. This could just be his base, but this might be a variation. So this could be a little rare. Definitely not upset to see a Messi in the box. Like a Jack in the Box. We're going to sleeve Messi because it's Messi. Good looking card. I think that, I don't know for sure, but that might be a variation. We'll go ahead and put him here. Now let's see if this yellow is anything special. No, it's not. It's just the color for the Galaxy on the Pitch Prodigy. So Peck is a great young player. Definitely one of the better players for the LA Galaxy. There's no doubt about that. All right. Moving along. Doesn't look like we have our auto yet. De La Vega, rookie. Ibrahim, rookie. Ricky Puig. Loyalty, Pride, Tradition. So like I said, these are just kind of the slogans of the clubs. That's a good looking card. And then a Schaffelberg. He's Canadian, right? He's been playing well for Canada, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's yeah, he's Canadian. Good player. Schaffelberg is a solid player. Doesn't look like anything crazy in here. Pirani. Carmona, Winkleman Carmona, Bankule Hlongwane, and then a Walker Zimmerman. Might end this video with a bang. Looks like we got an insert in here. I'm not sure what that is. Luis Muriel, Jake Davis. Ooh, a Lionel Messi Big City Strikers. So you get one of these per box. So it's not a case hit. In previous years, this was a case hit, but still, this is a great hit. Anything Messi. We got 2 Messis now. We're going to go ahead and put Messis on stands. Let's get some stands in here. I don't know if those stands are too far back. Probably are. Let's see if we can... There we go. Doesn't really show. Let me get some light. There we go. Messi on a stand. Let's get this one on a stand. Oh, and then underneath that, we got a Diego Luna. Wouldn't mind getting a Diego Luna auto. That would be, for me, one of the better autos. I like Diego Luna. I think he's a good young player, and he has connections with my favorite club, which is Leeds United. So that would be really cool if he ended up going there. All right, we got our Messis. Let's reorganize a little bit. So, yep, there's the Diego Luna. Wouldn't mind that in an auto. All right, we move along. 2 Messis, not bad. Hopefully we get a Messi auto. That would be insane. Ooh, is this a gold? No, it's just one of those. Is this an auto under there? Doesn't look like it. All right, Andre Blake. Oh, this is a numbered. So 29/99 of Christian Oliveira. I believe it's Christian Oliveira. And what is the color on this? So, I don't know. This just must be the, I think neon green is the variation. I guess that's some neon green in the back. And underneath that, we have a Bradley Wright Phillips, 1964, and then a Josef Martinez. So let's go ahead and sleeve up Christian Oliveira here. I believe it's Christian, yeah. For LAFC, good looking card. Moving along. Hopefully end with a bang here. All right, Noah Allen. I believe it's Noah. Yep, Noah Allen. Oh, there's our first auto. Ibrahim Aliou, rookie. Good looking auto for Houston Dynamo. And then a Federico Redondo rookie. And then underneath that, we have a Home of the Brave Aaron Long. But there's our first auto. Not a crazy hit, but certainly not upset. It's a rookie. The Nigerian. I wish it was numbered. That'd be nice. That snuck up on me, huh? Was not ready for that.
I fear you're underestimating the sneakiness, sir.
We'll go ahead and put him here. Got something pink back there. Hopefully that's another Messi. Julian Carranza, excuse me. Hugo Mbonge. And then we got a Tomas Alviles Memory Makers insert. So I wonder how rare this is. That's a pretty cool one. And then underneath that we have a Hani Mukhtar. I wonder how rare this Memory Makers insert is. That's a good looking card. Put him over here. Looks like we got another red. It's a Pitch Prodigies though, so it's probably not a true red. Those cards will throw you off a little bit. Giovanni Jesus. Johnny Fortune. It is numbered though. Right on. Another Julian Hall. That's crazy. Look at that. We got the red wave, which is really rare, and then we got the 127 to 250. This is actually a rose gold. You can see here, this is where they're putting the parallel color. So this is a rose gold to 250. And then a Kevin Kelsey. So let's go ahead and sleeve up Julian real quick. And we have 3 packs left. And this second, or 4 packs left. One of these packs looks kind of thick. Could be in my head. I'll know when I pick it up. All right, Evander. Jesus Ferreira. Ethan Bartlow, rookie. And then a DeAndre Kerr. And this is a refractor, I believe, right? Just has a different tinge to it. So yeah, I think it's a refractor. Some of these have really bad edging. I don't know if you can see that. A few of these cards have had that. Thankfully nothing big. So this is the one I thought looked thick, but now that I'm holding it, looks pretty standard. Another pitch prodigies. Let's see here. Ivan Angulo. B. Schliz. I wonder how you pronounce his last name. Then we have an LAFC, Christian Oliveira. 1964. And under that, we have a Preston Judd. All right, 2 packs left. We're still missing our second auto. So, well, this pack's insanely thin. This last pack is like nothing. That's really weird. There's 5 cards in this pack, so maybe it accounts for why the last pack's so thin. Should be 4 cards per pack. All right, Aliu. Hey, a Danny Leva auto. So 3/99. That's not a horrible one. No wonder that last pack's so thin. That's a little weird that they put 5 in this. A little manufacturing there. Jordi Alba and then Diego Rossi. Danny Leva auto, not bad. Starting to look like I probably should have grabbed the other box at the hobby store. Let's go ahead and sleeve Danny. And then our last pack. So I'm assuming this has 3 cards in it because that one had 5 and this feels very thin. A Thierry Henry flashback, so we would have took that in an auto. A Thomas Ostrak. Put him here. And then it looks like we got a numbered card for our last. It's going to be a 1964. Oh, a Clint Dempsey. Right on. That's a good one. 9/99. That's a good one. That's a cool card. And it's a color match for the Sounders. That's a good one. Not a bad way to end. We're going to go ahead and sleeve that one. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and do a quick recap here. So for our numbered cards, we have this Clint Dempsey, 9/99 of the 1964 insert. That's a great card. Definitely a good way to end. Julian Hall to 250, Christian Oliveira to 99, Leo Chu to 199, and then this is just a gold wave, and then a Sionis to 250 rose gold. And this is probably the rarest card in the whole set. Is this Julian Hall red wave? These are definitely on the rarer side. There's no doubt about that. As far as the parallels go, it's a good looking card too. Is this a red wave?
I think he figured it out.
Or this might be a neon green lava, because now that I'm thinking about it, the red, now I've done some of these, the red is just the border. This is going to be your variation. So this is probably not that rare. I think this is a neon green lava. And then for our 2 autos, we got Danny Leva to 99, and then a base chrome of Ibrahim Aliyu. Not horrible, not great. And then we got a couple of these Lionel Messi cards, the Big City Strikers, which used to be a case hit. Now I believe it's one in every hobby box. And then this chrome Leo. I got to find out if this is a image variation, because that would make it a super short print. But definitely a good card. Definitely a fun rip. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw here, please consider subscribing. Hopefully next week I go ahead and go back to either a kit review or I go to a game and make a vlog. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But thanks for watching another video, guys. Hope you have a great week. Have a great weekend, and we will see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.